Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the Mega Halo FleetCom Warthog inspired by the Halo TV series. It is given the product code HNC57, has 462 pieces, including 5 minifigures, and runs at a retail price of $40. Yes, 40, not 60. Amazon is overpricing this thing by a mile. I do like the box art, the whole magical all background. It does play a key part in the series, and I love the setup of the box art for the set with Kai over here on the provided landscape, providing cover fire, and the rest of Silver Team riding into action on the Warthog. Quite a bit like the big battle scene in episode 5 of the series. So good on Mega for making this scene about as accurate to for making this set about as accurate to scene as you could ask for. I love the action setup for Chief and Silver Team on the top of the box art. That looks definitely a big hero shot. Over on the left side of the box art, it got a good setup of the scene as well. With the box art, and over on the right side, you got Pablo Schreiber as Master Chief, as well as an image of the set down at the bottom. And on the back of the box art, you get the full look of the set. You got all your Spartans, Vanek, Riz, Chief, Kai, and Cortana, plus the Warthog and the Keystone. Plus the Chief has the smaller Keystone, and notice that he's got both his helmet and his head. So even if you don't like Chief taking off his helmet, that's okay. They provide his helmet for you. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing open. Actually, I think, yeah, the tape's back here. Once again, feels more like packing tape than your regular tape, kind of like what they did with the Banshee set. Don't really know why they're doing that, but they're doing it. Alright, that should be all the tape. Open it up, and there you go, there is all your stuff. Alright, so what all we got here? Got 1, 2, 3, stay open. There's all our figures already put together, so that's nice. So that's back 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bags of parts, and here is your instruction book, same box art as on the front of the box. On the back, got all 3 Halo TV series sets. Still like the background image is like they see the Banshee coming in. It's like, all right, guys, get ready. We're getting ready for a fight. Alright, so, just jump straight into the build. Oh, nice, it has the little section on showing how you're supposed to use the brick separator. And anything in the back, oh, nothing too crazy, just all your parts, all your figures, and again, another advertisement for all 3 of the Halo TV series sets. Alright, so this looks like it, considering there's 10 bags of parts, this could be a pretty long build, but much like I did with the other 2 Halo series sets, I'm going to do this in a time-lapse starting right now. Alright, right before we get to the time-lapse, I almost forgot once again that they do a little more box art on the inside of the box. Definitely love this shot, again with Kai giving covering fire with a sniper rifle, Chief running ahead of everybody because that's just what he does. And then we got Riz and Vanek in the Warthog. And on the other side, we get again another shot right out of Halo Episode 5 with Chief Nifa getting ready to touch the large keystone because he's seems to be the only one of the only people around who in this timeline can actually interact with Forerunner technology. So yeah, good box out there. Now let's go ahead and jump into that time lapse. Alright, so the build is done. That actually took about 2 hours to do, though that might have been because I made quite a few mistakes, especially with the suspension system. I'll get more into that, when I get to that part of the Warthog. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at everything this set has, starting with all of those figures. So, starting off with the figures, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Master Chief John 117. I know that there are people who don't like the figure because, again, he shows his face. But props to Mega. They really did make the face look like he actually does look like Pablo Schreiber. However, if you guys don't like that don't like the fact that they include his face, that's okay. You can just take the face off, and they provide his Mark 6 helmet. So, just in case you don't like the head, that's okay. They provide the helmet anyway. Speaking of that helmet, that actually looks pretty clean. Nothing doesn't look like any spillovers with the gold, like the nice little touch of the gray. Right there with the tubes. I believe that's for the atmospheric system, so he can actually breathe. Good printing on the torso as well. Got the 117 and the Silver Team logo. Don't see any other prints going on. I do like the dark green on him. That looks fantastic, and there isn't any too much of a color difference between in the green here, unlike the Marine from the Mongoose set. It looks all one solid color, and as usual, he's got his classic weapon, the assault rifle, which looks just fine. This, for my very first Master Chief, this is one pretty solid figure. And next up, we have Kai 125. Like the good detail on the helmet, like the extra coloring all around, like the teal all going on. You can see once again her number 125 and the Silver Team logo all on the chest. Again, good touch with the teal between the visor, just a little bit on the helmet, the wrist, the torso, even got a little bit on the back of the boots. Wasn't expecting that. And she is equipped with the classic Halo sniper rifle. So once again a solid figure, solid weapon. This is a pretty decent looking Spartan. And next up we have Riz 028. This time in markings in red. Once again, she has her number, the 028, and the Silver Team logo on the torso. Oh, good markings in the red, rocking dual magnums, like a boss. And on top of that, she's got this backpack. Almost looks like communications equipment. And as I understand it, this backpack is a brand new piece to this set, so that's awesome. So yeah, good. So once again, good looking figure. Our close quarters combat and to Spartan looks pretty solid. And for our last Spartan, we have Vanek 134. This time, his details are in gold. A little bit harder to see on this dark armor, but definitely you can still see it. Once again, with the Silver Team and his number on the torso. Like the added additions of these pipes on the torso. Oh, good look for the EOD specific helmet, and he's packing a shotgun. So pretty solid team of Spartans, if I do say so myself. And for our fifth and final figure, we have TV series style Cortana. This is a bit different than usual Cortanas. Like, usually the figure is fully transparent. However, in the TV series, while she is holographic, she's not exactly transparent. So I like the fact that they made her a more solid-looking figure. Like the different shades of blue between the light blue and the dark blue to help break it up. The face is interesting. It doesn't exactly look like the the TV show Cortana's face, but it's pretty good. The hairstyle fits pretty well. Got the little UNSC on the torso there. So yeah, nothing too crazy here with this Cortana, but I'm not really sure what you expected. This was a figure that didn't exactly need to be in the set, but I'm not gonna complain that she's here. So, before we get to the Warthog itself, there are a few extra builds along with it. As you can see, we actually have a little bit of terrain, which is actually quite rare for a Halo set. The only other set I have that has a bit of terrain is the Falcon Sweep, and that's a $70 set if I remember right, and still kind of rare despite how popular it is. So, nothing too crazy, but it does have a few extras for namely the 2 keystones. Basically, these two pieces of Forerunner technology are hidden on different planets, and when you put them together at the right place, it's supposed to provide a map to one of the Halo rings. Now, you can't actually do the actually put them together, or with the set. Unfortunately, let's see. Let's see what happens after I take this apart a little. Nah, it's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, the hole's the wrong shape. So a little disappointing that you can't make it do what it's supposed to do in the TV show. But it is nice that they included them. The larger one certainly has the right shape, and I do like the fact that the smaller one is a transparent piece, kind of represented and glowing when it's activated. The box art shows Master Chief holding this, kind of like a Lego minifigure. However, apparently that's not recommended, as that can damage and warp the hands. So, also a little disappointing that you can't do what shows on the box without possibly damaging the figure. But again, it is nice that they included all of this alongside the Warthog. And here is our Warthog. One thing I will say right off the bat is that this thing is built like a brick. It is constantly plates on top of plates on top of plates, which means it is very, very securely built. The only thing this thing is going to come apart is if you take it apart piece by piece, or if you end up just going absolutely crazy and throwing this thing at a wall. So yeah, this thing is pretty solidly built. It's got quite a few printed pieces. Like you got the UNSC and step over here. Got this UNSC symbol over here. Got the number of the specific Warthog back here. Quite a bit of printed pieces, and the nice little addition with the tow hook and the cable. It's only a brick built cable, but to be honest, I'm kind of happy with that. I'll be the first to admit that when it comes to Lego sets with ropes, say for example a Snowspeeder from Star Wars, tying those little pieces of string is definitely my least favorite part of the build. So it's nice that they have this, at least for looks. The functionality of the suspension works really well. Like you can mess around with this thing all day, and the suspension works really well. One thing I will say, one thing you may have noticed on the time lapse is that I messed up with part of the build on the suspension to start off with. I ended up putting all 8 of these brackets on before I put on the rubber band to make the suspension actually work. So I had to take off half of them in order to get it to work. Also, one minor note: there have been Warthogs. Let me get one of these wheels off. That there have been Warthogs where you're supposed to put this piece upside down with the pin on the bottom. This one you want to have the pin on the top. Otherwise, your Warthog is going to be quite a bit off the ground. It's going to be pretty tall for a Warthog. So if you get this head, make sure you put this piece on with the pin on the top, not the bottom. So other than that, I like the dark green on the Warthog. That's a pretty solid choice. Is on the back, you have a machine gun turret that rotates 360 degrees. Is on the inside, you got, of course, the driver and passenger seat with another printed piece on there with, I'm guessing those are a couple gauges and maybe the speedometer here. And actually, there's a little bit of customization with this Warthog. You can either have this back with all these extra gas tanks, or you can take this part off and you can throw on this guy, which is actually a kind of which is actually supposed to be storage for the larger keystones. So basically what you do is you plop this guy on here. It's pretty easy switching out the two. I can get this attached. Come on. Wait, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Let me double check real quick. Okay, so I was doing it right, but I did have the metal bars a bit too wide out. But those are supposed to be adjustable. So, there we go. Alright, so now it's got a little storage case in the back, and that is for the larger keystone. So you can just widen that open. And there we go. Now you got a little storage to carry around the keystone. So, that's the Warthog. Let's see how this thing looks like with a couple of figures inside. Alright, so I got this thing loaded up. I got Master Chief driving, Bannock is riding shotgun, figuratively and literally, and Riz is manning the machine gun. And I gotta say, this actually looks pretty to scale. The Spartans don't look too small or too big compared to the Warthog. Like I said, the turret works pretty or does a full 360, even with Riz manning it. And yeah, this thing looks solid, looks ready to roll. And here is all our extra pieces from this set. Mainly the two 2x2 bricks are mainly there for stability for the model while you're putting it together. Like you take the two 2x2 bricks, add in 4 of the character stands, and then you basically turn them into stands for your vehicle while you're building it. Other than that, nothing too crazy going on. Got a good variety of pins, plates, and a good variety of color too. So that is our entire set. Let's go out to the outro and we'll see what I think of it in its entirety. So now that I've seen everything, what do I think of this Warthog set? Personally, I love it. That Warthog is a pretty solid build. You get a bunch of good-looking characters. Actually, Demarcation Media, who's been doing Halo sets a lot longer than I have, has been quoted to say that all the Spartans are Halo hero level figures. If you guys don't know what Halo heroes are, basically they're similar to Lego's blind bag figures. However, they are the high end, like they are like the Star Wars Black Series level figures, which means they are the top of the line figures. And he said this, all the Spartans are comparable to that. Like so, yeah, 5 solid figures, good build plus a terrain build. That's actually a pretty good deal
for $40. Despite what some people have said, they say there are people that say that this set is overpriced, and I disagree. Especially considering when you take, for example, this guy, the Red Team Warthog, which you can check out my review of that set on my channel. When this guy came out, you got the Warthog, a total of 3 figures, and a couple of side builds for $30. However, that is only 324 pieces compared to the FleetCom Warthog's 462 pieces. That is a nearly 140 piece difference between the two. And on top of that, with the Red Team Warthog, you only get 3 characters, while for FleetCom you get 5. Plus you get the extra side build stuff. So for only $10 more, I'd say that's a pretty fair deal. I almost wonder if the people who are saying that it's overpriced have been spending the $60 price on Amazon to get a hold of it. Admittedly, I did too, in order to get a hold of it, do a review this early. But personally, even with the $60 price, I don't feel like I got cheated. Long story short, when I ordered the Halo sets, I had 2 options: either get them on Amazon or Entertainment Earth, and both had their ups and downs. With Amazon, of course, the downside was they had that the prices were overpriced. While the Mongoose was at the retail price of $10, the Banshee was at $40 instead of the retail $25, while this guy was at $60 instead of the retail $40. But the plus side with Amazon was that you could get it immediately and free shipping. While for Entertainment Earth, you would pay the retail price, but the shipping costs would basically balance out the extra price for the Warthog and the Banshee. Plus, according to them, they still have it on pre-order, which means you still have to wait before they even let you know, hey, we've shipped these out to you. So yeah, it was long story short, the difference between the two is when did you want to get them, and since I wanted to get them ASAP, I went with Amazon. Anyway, side story aside, I do feel like the FleetCom Warthog does give you a fair price for what you get, and I would definitely recommend it. Even if you're not a fan of the Halo TV series, this is a solid set. Like I said, even if you don't like Master Chief showing off his face, that's okay. They provide the helmet, you're good. So, that'll do it for this review of the FleetCom Warthog. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. You can check out some more of my content, including all of my Mega Halo set reviews on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody!